Fibermaxxing is all the rage online these days. Health and fitness influencers are pushing people to consume more fiber. Food companies are pushing fiber-enhanced products. So how much fiber do you actually need, and how can you make sure you get enough? We're joined by nutritionist Keri Glassman, founder and CEO of Nutritious Life. Keri, thanks so much for being here with us. Okay, so let's just start with the very basics. What is fiber? Why do we need it? What does it do?
I mean, right, we all talk about fiber, but we don't even know what it is. So fiber is just a type of carbohydrate that our bodies do not fully absorb and digest. And that is actually its superpower. So there are two main types of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber is the type that is going to dissolve in water and form a gel-like consistency in your gut, and that can actually slow digestion and even lower LDL cholesterol. Insoluble fiber is the one that kind of helps move things through your gut. It's the one that sometimes people refer to as acting like a broom or a shovel. And that is, again, the one that people mostly know of. But the one thing I like to tell people is that plant foods have a combination of both types of fiber. So you don't need to obsess over getting insoluble or soluble.
And how do you measure fiber? Like, is it one stalk of celery, one sampling of kale, or how do you even think about it?
Yeah, so that's...
So if you have too much, you have to know how you're measuring it.
So that's a great question. So you want to get a variety, and people often think that it's harder to get than it is. But a normal, healthy diet made up of whole foods, you can really reach your goals, which is 25 grams for women and 38 for men. A little bit less as over the age of 50. But if you start the day with yogurt and a cup of raspberries, and then you have a big salad with a half a cup of chickpeas, and maybe you have a snack of apple and peanut butter, and a dinner with vegetables and some, sweet potato or quinoa, you're going to get that's almost 30 grams of fiber right there. Yeah. So it's a little bit easier to do than people think.
That is a healthy, balanced gut right there.
Yeah,
I'm going to
screenshot
that. So for me, I've been infatuated with fiber since I was in the NFL. This is 20 years ago.
Okay.
But for me, I always get fooled by things that say high in fiber or even the pills and packets because I want to take a shortcut. What do you recommend?
Yeah, so you always want to go with food first because remember, where you find fiber, you're going to also find other healthy nutrients. So we really want to try to get it from fiber. However, pills, supplements, they can help bridge the gap when it's needed, but you don't want to go overboard with that. You really want to, again, focus on food first, add in the supplement when it's needed.
That's good.
And don't forget, you also need water. Hydration is super important as you're increasing your fiber. I always recommend people to increase 3 to 5 grams if you're trying to increase for about a week, and then the next week add another 3 to 5 grams so you don't overdo it.
Is there ever such thing as too much fiber?
Great question. You can overdo it. Generally, you're going to be a little too full before you overdo it, but you absolutely can. And in severe cases, there could even be a blockage. And in not so severe cases, for some people, they'll have GI distress, like gas or bloating. So again, you want to make sure you add slow, so go slow and stay hydrated.
All right, Keri Glassman, thank you so much. We appreciate you.